Hello Year 3. For Science today we're going to be revising Mrs. GREN and the 7 life processes. The best way to remember the 7 life processes is to use Mrs. GREN. Now, for Mrs. GREN, we have a few different things here to remember. The first one is M is for movement, R is for respiration, S is for sensitivity, G is for growth, R is for reproduction, E is for excretion, and N is for nutrition. So let's go and have a look through these different ones here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys for some examples of movement. Takwa. Now, please explain to me movement in a plant. How does a plant move?
They move towards the sun.
Exactly. So what we showed you guys is they move for light. They like to move for light. And if you guys can you remember the ice flowers that would close their flowers and close up at nighttime when it was cold, and they would open again during the daytime? Here we can see the ice flowers example that I showed you in class. They're already closed up because it was cold overnight. And now the sun has come out in the daytime. It's nice and warm. So they open up their flowers again, try to get all of the energy from the sun as well. So they stay open during the daytime, and then it starts to get cold again. So what do? They sense it and they start to close to protect themselves from the cold. So we know that all things move, but some of them can move from place to place, like animals. But then other things like fungi and plants, they don't move from place to place, but they can grow and they can turn towards the light. Now there's another type of movement inside a plant. There's another type of movement inside a plant. Let's have a look at this movement. Can you see what's happening? What is this movement? What is going up and down the stem? Mohammed, what's moving up and down the stem?
Getting some water.
Some water, exactly. Water, and what's going down the stem? From the leaves down to the roots, what's going down the stem?
Sugar.
For energy? Exactly. Bravo, Mohammed. Very, very well done. Oh, bravo. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay, so now we know that we have a couple of different types of movement for plants. We have them moving towards the light, and we also have the food and the water which is traveling up and down the stem. Very, very nice. Okay, so next one, R, respiration. So this one is all living things release energy from their food by respiration. And we say most things need oxygen to do this. So respiration is the taking in of the oxygen for us to change to energy for our body. So the second one is respiration. Now, the question is, who can remember something starting with S on plants? Something starting with S on plants. Mariam?
Stomata.
Stomata? Is it the stomata? Let's check. There it is, the stomata. Well done, Mariam. Very well done. And next one, sensitivity. Just before, the cat went meow, and it made me scared. I was sensitive to noise. What other things do we use for sensitivity? There are 5 different things that we use for sensitivity. What are they called? Our 5, Takwa?
Yes.
What are they? What are we using to sense things around us? What are they called? Our 5
senses.
Yes, senses. Bravo, Takwa. We use our 5 senses to detect changes in our surroundings. So to detect changes in our surrounding means we know when something has happened around us. Excellent. Thank you. Well done, Takwa. So our 5 senses we use. There are also plants and animals use their senses as well. Plants can detect light, and so they change and they move towards the light. Animals can detect danger, so they can see, hear, smell danger, and they run away or they curl up like this little hedgehog. Look, he's detected danger, and so now he's curling up. So all living things are sensitive. The next one, growth. Who has a baby sister or brother there with them? Hello, Hamim.
Yes.
Hi, can you tell me?
Yeah.
Your baby brother, is he taller or is he shorter than you?
He is shorter than me.
Okay. When he is older and you're both adults, who do you think is going to be the tallest one, you or him?
I think so, him, because he drinks a lot of milk. I drink a little bit of milk.
So you think that the calcium in the milk is going to help his bones grow a lot? So he's going to be really... Yeah. You guys know that I came from a farm in New Zealand, right? And so we used to drink a lot of milk. And you should see my whole family. We're all very, 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 very tall, as you know. Okay, and Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. Tell me about your baby sister. Does she have any teeth?
She have what?
Any teeth? Any teeth?
No.
Why?
Yes.
Why doesn't she have any teeth?
Maybe like what after 1 year or like 5 months and she will have a teeth.
Yeah, so do you think they're going to grow? The teeth are going to grow out?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So as we grow, we start to make changes. We get bigger, we grow new parts like our teeth. And for example, the plants here, it starts off as a seed and then it starts to grow more roots and then it sprouts and then the leaves start to grow and then the flowers start to grow as well. So we know that each thing starts to grow and then we also change sometimes. We change our parts. Now I'm going to ask Ibrahim. Ibrahim, can you tell me about a baby frog? What does a baby frog look like?
A baby frog?
Mm-hmm.
A baby frog looks like it's a baby frog isn't a frog, but
What is it called?
a tadpole.
A tadpole, exactly. So tell me, how is it different from the adult frog?
The adult frog has legs.
And what about the body
And the
parts for the
tadpole
tadpole?
doesn't have legs.
Okay, what does it? It has a tail to swim. Good. What about so if the tadpole is underwater, what does it need to breathe underwater, Abraham?
Gills.
Gills, exactly. Now, does a frog have gills? Can it breathe underwater?
No, it has lungs.
Exactly. So look, just one little frog changes so much. It starts off like a fish almost. It starts off having gills and a tail, and then it changes as it grows, and then it has legs and lungs. Wow, that's a huge change for an animal. So amphibians, they have massive, massive changes while they grow. Thank you, Ibrahim. That was amazing. And reproduction, we know all living things reproduce. Even bacteria reproduces. Here we can see the bacteria is making copies of itself and it's growing and growing and growing. It's covering the petri dish. Can you see how fast that was? Wasn't that scary? Guys, look at your hands. Do you want to lick your hands now or no? Or would you like to wash them first, huh? So we have to remember that we have lots of things growing on our hands too. So for reproduction, bacteria makes copies, they reproduce. Plants produce seeds as well, for which more plants grow. And animals have young. Now, there's two different ways that animals are going to have young. So let's see if Judy is there. Hello, Judy.
Yes.
Hi, honey. Can you please tell me, fish, do they lay eggs or do they give birth to live young fish?
They lay eggs.
Okay, perfect, Judy. But there's a couple of special ones that we learned. They also give birth to live young. Can you remember the name of these two fish? It starts with an M and a G. Chakwa?
I know it.
Oh, what is it?
Goldfish.
Not a goldfish. It looks similar to the goldfish though. It has a gold color. I think this was too long ago. Let's review, guys. Let's go back to the book. Here are
A
the
mom.
two.
Ah!
Yeah, it looks so much like a goldfish. The molly and the guppy are the two fish that don't lay eggs. They give birth to live young. Oh, that was a long time ago, huh? It was really long. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to carry on. Thank you, Takwa. It was a very good to remember the color of it, but we just didn't quite get quite. Very nice. Okay, so we know that all things reproduce. Next one is all things excrete. Now, we excrete in a certain way. We get rid of waste products. Waste products are the products that we do not need in our body. Both plants and animals have to get rid of excess gas and water. Now, again, we were talking about the stomata and how the stomata takes in and gives out some things. So, the stomata is taking in something and excreting something. Who can tell me what it's taking in and what it's excreting? Hands up, please. Miriam, you were first. What is it? What is the stomata respiring? What is it taking in?
CO2 and bringing out oxygen.
Excreting oxygen. Bravo. Well done, Miriam. Thank you. So, and then we are then doing what? Hamam? When do we excrete? Do we excrete when we breathe in or when we breathe out, Hamam?
Breathe out.
Breathe out, exactly, because we want the waste products to be out of our body. Excellent. Very good. Thank you, guys. And then, next one, the last one. We know that all living things need nutrition. Animals eat food to get the nutrients. So we eat plants and we eat other animals to get our nutrition. And different animals eat different things. We have carnivores, omnivores, herbivores. Who can explain me the differences between these? I think Ibrahim will be good for explaining these ones. Ibrahim, what is a carnivore, please? An animal that is a carnivore.
A carnivore is something that only eats meat.
Exactly.
An animal or human.
Good. And what about a herbivore, Ibrahim?
A herbivore only eats vegetables and fruits. But a vegan, on the other hand, it doesn't eat milk or anything coming from a living thing. Just plant.
Yes, exactly. So a vegan is a person that only eats plant products. Exactly. And then tell me about an omnivore. Can you remember what is an omnivore?
An omnivore eats meat and plants.
Perfect, Ibrahim. I knew you would have the perfect answer. Thank you, Ibrahim. And now, so we have to eat, we have to consume, but plants make their own food. Okay, and let's find out from, let's see if I can unmute Summer. Hello, Summer.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
I hear you.
Thank you. Summer, tell me, where does the plant make its food, please? Which part?
Leaves.
Leaves. Summer, thank you. So, the plant makes its own food in the leaves. Bravo, guys. Really good. They use the sunlight and the CO2 to turn it into sugar, into glucose for the plant to make energy. Okay, guys, so that's all for today for Mrs. GREN. We're going to do the homework here. Try it. Little tricky, just a little tricky. So here's your homework, please. Page number, whatever this page is, page 19. Plants are living things. Using the 7 life processes, what evidence is there that proves plants are living things? I need evidence. So this is the evidence that we were talking about just before. How do you know that they reproduce? Because they give birth. How do you know they need nutrition? Because they take in food. So the first one here, we are missing a word. We are missing a word. And let's see. Hello, Yusuf.
Hello.
Hello. What is this first word here that is missing, please, Yusuf?
Movement.
Movement. Thank you. So we're going to write movement in here. Movement is the first one. Perfect. And then next, what we have is, we have some evidence that we're missing, Yusuf. What do you think they're taking in for respiration? What are they taking in? Two different things.
CO2.
CO2. And what else?
O2.
Not taking in. That's what they expire. What are they?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Excellent. Thank you, Yusuf. So we know that movement is the life processes. The evidence is water is transported up the stem. And we also know that it moves towards the light. Respiration. We know that a plant takes in CO2 and sunlight to make energy. So all of these questions are to do with plants. So this is going to be your homework, guys, okay? Thank you, Year 3, for today. Remember to do your homework and send it on the email. Thank you. Bye-bye.